Have you ever wondered how some people remain unshaken in the face of chaos? How they find peace and strength when the world seems to crumble around them? What if I told you that you could learn the secrets to becoming undefeatable? Not from some modern guru, but from a Roman emperor who lived over 1800 years ago? Yes, I'm talking about Marcus Aurelius and the philosophy of Stoicism. Before we dive into these life-changing principles, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll discover how these ancient teachings can help you not only build resilience, but even transform your love life. Stick around, because one of these lessons could be the key to unlocking the life you've always wanted. It's the 2nd century AD of Marcus Aurelius. A philosopher king rules the Roman Empire, but unlike most emperors, his life is far from easy. Wars rage at the borders. A deadly plague devastates his people. Betrayals and personal losses cut deep. Yet, despite all this, he remains calm, composed, and, most importantly, undefeated. How? Marcus Aurelius followed Stoicism, a timeless philosophy that teaches us to master our emotions, take control of our actions, and find peace within. And today, I'll share 10 powerful lessons from him that can make you just as unshakable. 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had an argument with someone you deeply care about, maybe your partner, a crush, or even an ex? You replay the conversation in your mind, thinking of what you should have said or done differently. Or maybe you're worried about whether they'll text back, and the anxiety eats away at you. Now picture this, Marcus Aurelius, sitting in his study late at night, writing to himself. He tells himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The truth is, life, whether it's love, work, or family, is full of things we cannot control. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control how you respond. Think about it. You could spend hours overthinking why someone hasn't called. Or you could focus on what you can do, send them a thoughtful message. Show them kindness, and then let it go. Here's a little exercise. Next time you're overwhelmed, ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, take a deep breath and release it. It's not your battle to fight. And if you can control it, act with purpose, not panic. Remember, your peace of mind is priceless. Why let someone else's actions rob you of it? 2. Embrace adversity as training. Have you ever been in a breakup or a fight and thought, why does this keep happening to me? Heartbreaks and disappointments can feel like the end of the world. But let me tell you something Marcus Aurelius would remind you of. Adversity isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Imagine Marcus on the battlefield, dealing with betrayal, loss, and pain. Instead of crumbling, he saw these challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about your love life. Every argument, every breakup, it's preparing you for something better. It's teaching you patience, empathy, and resilience. The next time you face heartache, instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Because here's the secret. You're not just surviving adversity. You're being sharpened by it. 3. Live in the present moment. Let me ask you, how often do you find yourself lost in the what-ifs? What if they don't love me back? What if I mess this up? What if it all falls apart? These thoughts pull you away from the one thing that truly matters, the present moment. Marcus Aurelius had a profound reminder. For himself, confine yourself to the present. Think of it this way. Imagine being on a date, but instead of enjoying the laughter, the shared glances, and the connection, your mind is racing, worrying about what they think of you or where this might go. You're there physically, but emotionally, you're miles away. But what if you flipped the script? What if you focused on the way their smile lights up the room? The sound of their voice? The warmth of being in their presence? That's what living in the present moment is all about. Here's the challenge. The next time you're with someone you care about, put your phone away. Quiet the mental noise and just be. Live the moment fully. Because it's in these fleeting moments that love truly flourishes. Stay with me because the next lessons are going to take this even deeper. But before we move on, ask yourself, what can I do right now to create a moment worth cherishing? 4. Master your emotions. Let's get real for a second. Think back to a moment when you lost your temper, maybe during a heated argument with your partner or when a close friend let you down. How did it feel afterward? The regret, the guilt, the feeling of, I wish I had handled that differently. Marcus Aurelius had a simple but powerful perspective. You are the master of your mind, not its servant. Imagine this. Your emotions are like a stormy sea. The waves, anger, jealousy, fear can crash over you, threatening to pull you under. But you're not the waves. You're the ship, and you decide how to steer through the storm. Now let's bring this into your love life. Picture a moment when your partner said something that hurt you. Instead of lashing out, what if you paused? What if you took a deep breath and said, I want to understand where you're coming from? That simple shift could turn a fight into a breakthrough. Here's a thought. When emotions flare, they often hide something deeper, a fear of losing someone, a desire to feel valued. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means understanding them and choosing how to act, not react. Because here's the truth. Love isn't just about connection. It's about learning to navigate those emotional waves together. 5. Practice gratitude daily. When was the last time you told someone you love how much they mean to you? Not just in passing, but in a way that made them feel it deep in their soul? Marcus Aurelius often reflected on what he was grateful for, even amidst chaos. He understood that gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already there. Imagine how that applies to your relationships. Let's say your partner makes your coffee every morning or remembers your favorite snack. These little gestures are easy to overlook, but they're love in action. Now, imagine taking a moment to say, thank you for thinking of me. That means so much. How would that deepen your bond? Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. Every night, think of 3 things you appreciate about your loved one. Even if it's as simple as their laugh or the way they listen, watch how this shifts the energy between you. Gratitude, my friend, is the glue that keeps love alive. 6. Death is a reminder to live fully. This might sound heavy, but stick with me. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Now, don't worry, I'm not trying to make you sad. Instead, think of this as a wake-up call to live with intention. Have you ever had a moment where you realized how precious time is? Maybe you lost someone close or had a near miss that shook you to your core. Those moments remind us that life and love are fleeting. Imagine you're holding hands with someone you adore, watching the sunset. You could be scrolling through your phone, worrying about tomorrow, or you could savor it. Feel the warmth of their hand, listen to their laughter, and let yourself be fully there. Living with the awareness of life's fragility doesn't make it grim, it makes it beautiful. It pushes you to say I love you more often, to forgive quicker, and to cherish the moments that truly matter. So here's a challenge. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I show love? Then go do that. Because life isn't measured in years, it's measured in love, in connection, in the moments we create with the people who matter most. Stay tuned, because the next lessons will bring even more clarity and strength to your journey. But before we move on, ask yourself, what can I do today to live and love fully? 7. Align your actions with your values. Let me ask you this. Have you ever done something in your relationship just to avoid conflict or to make someone happy, even though it didn't feel true to you? Maybe you agreed to something you didn't want, or you stayed silent when your heart was screaming to speak. Marcus Aurelius believed deeply in staying true to your values. He wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Imagine how that applies to love. If your values are trust, honesty, and kindness, are your actions reflecting that? Think back to a time when you felt torn between pleasing someone and being true to yourself. Maybe you ignored a red flag in a relationship or said yes when you wanted to say no. How did that feel? Probably draining, right? Living out of alignment with your values isn't just exhausting, it's a recipe for resentment. Now picture this, you're in a relationship where you openly communicate your needs, where your actions and words reflect who you truly are. That's the kind of love that thrives because it's built on authenticity. Ask yourself, what do I stand for in love? And then let your actions speak louder than your words. 8. Be kind even when it's hard. Kindness is easy when everything's going well, but what about when emotions run high? Have you ever had a fight with someone you love, and in the heat of the moment, you said something you regretted? Words that cut deep and linger long after the fight ends? Marcus Aurelius believed in kindness, even toward those who wronged him. He wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In love, this means choosing grace over anger, even when it's hard. Imagine this, your partner forgets something important, an anniversary, a promise, anything. Your initial reaction might be frustration. But what if instead you paused and chose to understand? You say, "I know you didn't mean to hurt me, but this is how I feel." Kindness isn't weakness, it's strength. Think about the last time someone showed you kindness when you didn't deserve it. Didn't it soften you? Kindness has the power to heal wounds, deepen connections, and transform relationships. The next time you're tested, choose kindness. Watch how it changes everything. 9. Simplify your life. Have you ever felt like your relationship or even your life was just too complicated? Between work stress, family obligations, and the constant pressure to have it all, love can feel like one more thing on your to-do list. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us that simplicity is the key to happiness. He believed that happiness comes not from having more, but from needing less. Think about it. How much time do we waste chasing perfection in love? The perfect date, the perfect Instagram photo, the perfect partner? But love isn't about perfection. It's about connection. Imagine stripping away all the noise. Instead of fancy dinners, you cook a meal together. Instead of scrolling through social media, you take a quiet walk hand in hand. These simple moments are where love truly lives. Ask yourself, what can I let go of today that's complicating my life? Maybe it's the need to impress or the fear of not being enough. Simplify your love and you'll find it becomes richer, deeper, and more fulfilling. 10. Remember you are part of a greater whole. Here's a big one. Have you ever felt like you're alone in your struggles? Like no one else could possibly understand what you're going through? Marcus Aurelius would tell you otherwise. He wrote, "We are all part of one great whole." Think about it. Love isn't just about you or your partner. It's about the connections we build with the world around us. Every act of love, no matter how small, ripples out and impacts others. Picture this, you're in a relationship and you're arguing over something trivial. It feels like it's you versus them. But what if you shifted your mindset? What if, instead of seeing the fight as a divide, you saw it as an opportunity to grow closer, to learn how to work together? When you remember that you're part of something bigger, a family, a community, a shared human experience, you realize that love isn't a battlefield. It's a bridge. So the next time you feel isolated in your struggles, remind yourself you're not alone. Every love story is part of a greater tapestry, and yours is no different. Each of these lessons staying true to your values, choosing kindness, simplifying your life. If these teachings resonate with you, don't keep them to yourself. Share this video with a friend who needs a little Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us bring more life-changing content like this to you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and remember, the power to become undefeatable lies within you.